It's in the game.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll change the look. Right to the air goes Nix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. He's got it with the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Now they'll audible to something else.
First down. A gain of 45 yards. And the Broncos first down.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, gonna throw it. But it's not gonna work. He'll go down, and they got him. Grady Jarrett able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Nick's gonna give to Harvey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Nix from the shotgun. He'll try and do this himself. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Denver.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 7, Bears nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this up to about the 40. There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
What is up?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Williams. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again here, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Vegas!
To the air, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's Williams. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now 2nd and 9. Once more with Harvey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw is Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
What is up?
Throwing is Williams. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let us look.
That's complete. Roma Dunze. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Let us look.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let us up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Let us up.
On play action, here's Williams. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, fellas. One more time.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let us look. Push.
Looking to throw is Williams. A desperation heave for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
14. Bears nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That's good.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pass complete to Loveland. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
What is it up? Vegas, Vegas!
From the gun, here's Williams. The quick slant caught. And the Bears are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
They need 2. Here's third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Captain.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Nix to throw again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They're going. It's Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Nix to the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
Throwing Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton from 3 yards out. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Nick's going to keep this himself. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.